everyone, it's Tammy Pally, aka the Crafty Princess and Doll Collector, and I have another episode today of Crafts and Dollies to share with you. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Today is about June 14th, the day I'm filming this, 2018, and I probably haven't done a Crafts and Dollies in at least a month that I know of. Seems like a long time anyway. I have posted other videos related to crafting and doll collecting, of course, so make sure you subscribe and click on the icon so you get notifications of videos. I also suggest, if you haven't been following me, I know a lot of you do follow me over on Facebook and Instagram, but if you haven't, I'm basically Tammy Pally over there, all one word, TammyPowley, and I'm trying to beef up my Instagram game a little bit. I'm learning how to do the stories now. I've done a few. I'm still kind of confused a little bit, like I did some and then somehow I did some other ones that I wanted to have separate, but somehow they're all connected. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, go ahead and follow me over there if you're interested in crafting or dolls or you know, anything cute like that. Pretty much that's what I talk about over there, and that's what I show. And of course, pictures of my cats and dogs. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the dolly stuff first. If you have seen my previous videos that I've talked about, my doll collecting that I've posted recently, and in fact, the last Crafts and Dollies video at the end, I talked about how I felt I was kind of like dolled out. I was on a dolly diet. And I ended up selling a couple of my stock Blythe dolls. I sold Sherry Victorian. She should be arriving today to her new home. Or Shelly Victorian. They changed her name. I keep calling her anyway. Well, she's not my doll anymore, so it doesn't matter that I don't know her name. But she should be arriving in her home today. And I also sold Pretty Peony, who she sold really quickly, and that was a really nice transaction. Everything went well with her. Except for the shipping. I would say, thank God I packed the crapola out of that doll, because the post office, even though I had Fragile on it and everything, yeah, they looked like they kicked it all the way to across the country to her new home. So luckily she was okay though. That's why you pack them very carefully. But anyway, and I got this new doll. So I sold 2 dolls. I got a new doll. And I'm also waiting for Tasha Mermaid. At some point I'm supposed to get notification. I believe she's going to be arriving. I bought her through Magma Heritage, and they have told me she's going to arrive at the end of June at, you know, with them. So that's Singapore. Then I'll pay them. Then I'll have to wait another 2 or 3 weeks before she shows up here. So she's way in the future. But anyway, I have V Smash, who I'm super in love with. And she's a new to me doll I purchased from somebody, and she's actually wearing a dress that I made, but I will be talking about the sewing and the crafting in a little while. But she's wearing a dress and a little necklace that has, because this has what do you call it, it's somebody walking her dog, and I just thought of Paris, and I don't know, walking her dog in Paris. Also, I picked up a couple of interesting dolls during a cruise that I went on. I went on an 8-day Eastern Caribbean cruise with my sister and my mother. I have videos, lots of videos of that, if you're at all interested. I have a playlist of the cruises I've been on, and every summer I go on a cruise. I'm getting better. I'm mellowing out about them. The first couple of cruises, in fact, I had one Disney cruise that was like, you know, a horrible experience, but during the summer, I like to spend time with my family, and my mom and my sisters really like to cruise, and so anyway, I go on a cruise with them. But when you're out and about cruising and shopping and going to all the different ports, it's not easy to find doll stuff, but I lucked out in St. Martin, which is a beautiful island. Very happy that I got to go back there. And look at this adorable doll I got. She is too cute. She's got buttons here that are held on with a safety pin, and there's thread back here. And I mean, I guess she's, you know, you can use this stuff if you want to, but I'm just keeping her here by my sewing machine. You can also hang her up if you wanted to. So super cute. She's like a pin cushion. Obviously I could use her as a pin cushion, but I'm not going to do that. This is St. Martin right here. So, and this says Granny Sewing Doll. I am not a granny. I'm old enough to be a granny, but I'm not. But anyway, I wanted the doll just the same. And then another doll I also got at St. Martin at a different little vendor is this one. Is she too cute or what? And not only is she one doll, she's actually two dolls. Ta-da! So yeah, I picked both of these girls up in St. Martin and they came home with me. And they're so pretty. It's wonderful. Now, I don't even know if these were made in St. Martin. Here's a tag. This one actually has a little tag on it. But I still like to, you know, support the people that are living there. So, yeah. I'm 99% sure these people did not make these dolls, and they probably imported them. But anyway, yeah, so that's the dolls I picked up on my trip. I did not bring a doll with me, and I did not, I'm trying to think, I don't think I found any other real dolly stuff when I was shopping at the various ports. We went to St. Martin, Puerto Rico, St. Kitts, and, Grand Turks. I'm wearing a Grand Turk shirt. Duh, look down there. So I did get a lot of beads in Puerto Rico, and I've done a video, my sister and I have done videos of that. She has an Etsy shop, Tapping Flamingo Bling, so she has a little business where she sells her jewelry. And of course, all of you guys probably know me from my old days over at jewelrymaking.about.com when I ran that website. So clearly I'm into jewelry too. So anyway, I think that's kind of it with the dolls. I got those new dolls. I got V-Smash. I sold my other dolls. Yeah, the rest of this is craft related. Some of it is doll craft related. So, yeah, we'll kind of start with that, I guess. I'm going to insert a little video here probably. I've taken a close-up picture of these girls back here. They are wearing some dresses that I've made, and they have a little ocean nautical theme going on with them. So I took a close-up video so you could see the dresses a little bit better. Here are a few dresses I made for the Dolly crew that have a nautical theme to them. This one that Dixie's wearing is has a whale on it on the top. It's got a high waist. This one also has a high waist. Farrah's wearing it, and it has a seahorse on it, and it says shore and sea and ocean and that kind of thing on the skirt. And then this is a dress that has a longer waist on it. It's got a seahorse also, and I added a pocket for her as well as crocheted a little purse for her. So yeah, I'm going to be making some more of these. Some of them I made and I gave to people, but I have enough fabric I can make some more of these nautical themed dresses, which I plan to do. Here's also one, like I said, that V-Smash is wearing. So I've been making dresses, and I have a new dress over here. Excuse me, Grandma. Grandma's doll. Tammy's doll. Here's a new dress that I made, or new pattern, I guess. New to me pattern. Alright, this is called the Maggie pattern, and not the easiest instructions to understand, to say the least. This was I guess my second attempt. The first attempt I totally gave up. I was like, I couldn't figure, because the lining, this top is lined, the top of this, okay? So I was having a really hard time figuring out, because when you sew two pieces together, then you got to flip them inside out, because you sew them face to face. Yeah, right sides to right side. And I just could not figure out how to get that top done. The instructions, like I said, to me, the instructions are not clear. So I put it away for a while, tried it again, figured it. I kind of had an aha moment, you know, when I wasn't trying to bang on it and figure it out. And I did manage to do it, as you can see. It is not perfect. There's some boo-boos I have here that I need to figure out why that happened. But other than that, I'm very happy with the finished product. It's turned out really cute. And yeah, this is a fakey doll that I've had. She's actually the second Blythe doll that I purchased when I first started collecting. And the vendor is no longer selling dolls anymore, which is a shame because this doll is, even though she's a fakey, so I know there's some haters out there, but she is adorable. She has really unique, it's not really coming out on the camera, but her hair's kind of got a peachy kind of glow to it. So yeah, she's one of the cutest dolls ever. I sold the very, very first fake Blythe doll I got. She had pink and white hair, and after a while I was just kind of not into the crazy colored hair dolls, so I sold her. But this girl definitely will never get sold. So, and she makes a good model because I don't have to worry about taking care of her and stuff. I actually, at one point, I had these other dolls like Sorry, which is a custom doll. I had her and I think Dixie over here. She's also a custom. They were out, and I'm going to put them back in the curio in probably a little while, or not. You know, there's none of my cats or dogs come into this room, but I had them sitting over by my sewing machine. At one point, I picked my sewing machine up and moved it, and she bonk. I was like, oh my god, not a good place, because I had them on the same table that the sewing machine was on. So yeah, because when you're sewing for them, it's helpful to have the doll to try the stuff on, you know. And I have some bodies around here, but it looks, to me, I get a better understanding of fit when I have the head on too. So do I like this or not? So so yeah, so I've done some dresses. I have some more in the works. Yeah, as far as other sewing goes, I'm going to go get some stuff, so I'm going to cut here and then come back. Okay, I'm back. The other sewing I've been doing is making tote bags, and this one actually somebody has purchased from me, and I will be mailing it out to her either later this afternoon if I can get out of here, or definitely tomorrow morning. And basically what happened is I made a tote bag similar to this one, posted it on Instagram, and a bunch of people loved it. She in particular liked it, which it looked just like this for the most part, except for it had a different color handle, and it was that one was my prototype. It was my very first attempt. This is not, I didn't follow one specific pattern or instructions when I made this. I watched a whole bunch of videos and read some blogs. I even bought a pattern and read that, you know, but nothing had all of the elements together that I wanted. For example, I wanted it to be lined. I wanted it to have a square bottom on it. I wanted it to have some body, but not like super, like I didn't want it to be standing up necessarily. Not that I might not try to make one like that, but this is, for me, it's more of like a kind of a soft bag. It's got a little bit of interfacing in it, but light interfacing, so you could fold this up easily and, you know, bring it for shopping, or if you're traveling, it's always handy to have an extra tote bag because you buy stuff and then you're like, it won't fit in your suitcase. If you have something like this, you can just stick it inside, you know. So this is made to have be able to fold. And anyway, so I made the prototype, and there were a lot of boo-boos on it that people could not see. You know, when I posted the picture, everybody was like, oh, they loved it, and they didn't see that I had done major boo-boos on it. So I had to go back to the drawing board, work. Finally, I came up with the perfect bag. Exactly what I wanted. It's constructed well. I even added a little charm on it. And here's another one I made. Also has a yoga theme and has a little charm that I just put on there. Just added that. This comes off and also is lined. So yeah, I may do a video just about the tote bags, I guess, when I get some more made. I went to Joann's, bought some more fabric. I'm waiting on a few items like these handles. These handles were hard to find. I like the cotton kind, and a lot of what you find at Joann's and other places, and even on a lot of places online, are the nylon plasticky stuff, and I just don't like the feel of that. So I had to buy a whole bunch of this in bulk. So the impetus, the reason why I started to make the tote bag, I really didn't start making them with the idea that I was going to sell them. If you've watched some of my other sewing videos, you know that I have made items to give to some of my grandnieces, and I thought it should be nice. I should include something for the mommy too. You know, I send these like toys and, you know, stuffed animals and dresses and skirts and things to the little girls, and I'm sure mommy would like a little something something. So I thought, well, maybe I'll make a tote bag. And one of my nieces that has the girls that I send stuff to is a yoga instructor, so that's what prompted me, and of course I do yoga too, to buy this fabric and try to figure out how to make a tote bag for her. So now I'm all into the tote bags, and I'm going to make a bunch. I will probably be selling them on Instagram if everything works out like I expect. And yeah, if whatever I don't sell, I will be giving to people for Christmas gifts. Because everybody can use something like this. Even a guy, I can make guy ones too, because this would be handy for grocery shopping or whatever. So yeah, I've been going crazy with tote bags. So definitely follow me on Instagram, because I'll be doing stories about these and showing. I've already shown some really cute fabric, some of which looks like Blythe dolls. It's a little girl with a big honking head and a skinny little body, and I think she has a little pet fox with her. So I just thought, oh my goodness, that looks like a Blythe doll. So I bought that fabric. But yeah, so I'm sewing up a storm for the most part. In the evenings, I'd like to crochet, because I can just or knit something really mind-numbingly easy. So I've been doing that while just watching TV and chilling out in the evenings. And I made this scarf. This is just a it's Madeline Tosh sport weight yarn, and this will be going to Street Knits as a donation. And I have a really big project. I have been just working and working and working, just little bits at a time. There's no timeline for me on this, but I finished it, and it is a fingering weight Afghan, and it's about a twin size bed size. And what I did is I just went into my I went into my yarn stash, and I pulled fingering weight single skeins that I had a whole bunch of. And you know, I don't know if you know this or not, if you're into knitting or anything, you realize that for whatever reason you often get suckered into buying single skeins of fingering weight yarn, and there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you can make a hat and that kind of thing, but I just had a collection of them, and this is not cheap stuff. I've got Madeline Tosh, I've got Expressions, Expressions fiber art. I've got some good, you know, quality yarn here, hand dyed indie dyer yarn. But why leave it in my stash and not use it when I could make a nice lightweight crocheted Afghan? And this is something that I will actually use and enjoy, and it's really soft and snuggly. And yeah, so that's why I've just been working away little by little on this, and it's finally finished. I think I used a size G crochet hook and just did a pattern that I made up. This section here is alternating single and double crochets, and then this is all double crochets, and you just skip, so you have kind of an open weavy kind of thing. So that's what I did. And then I did, you know, so there's a section of that's kind of tight and then loose and then tight and then loose all the way through, because this is just something that would probably it's going to go on a couch or a chair and just be, you know, if you get a little cold because of the air conditioning, because it's 97 degrees outside in Florida right now, then you can snuggle up with this blanket. But yeah, I kind of think that's it. I'm going to wrap it up here. I've been just doing a lot of crocheting, amigurumi type stuff too. I showed some of that before, but I'm really getting into the sewing now, and I know pretty soon my work schedule is going to ramp up considerably in about a week and a half. Sigh. I love my job, but I gotta say, it's really nice to have time off and just be able to do whatever I want. So I see retirement in my future. Okay, someday when I can afford it. So but right now I will be just hanging out at home for part of the summer and sewing some more, definitely making more Blythe doll dresses and tote bags right now. That's in my near future. Basically, that means this weekend, aka this weekend. But yeah, go ahead and make sure you know, give me the thumbs up. Make sure you click on the icon there, the bell, so that you get notifications, and follow me over on Instagram and Facebook. And I think that's it. Have a wonderful crafting day. Thanks so much for stopping by. See you later.